This broadcast is doing what American network news always does best, turning a system of predation and impunity into a sequence of isolated consumable tragedies wrapped in ads for itself and Disney. Look at the structure. It opens with a missing grandmother, with FBI footage and a famous daughter. Hyper-detailed coverage of one family's nightmare, framed as a national event. That's not about public safety. It's about emotional attachment to a media brand. Savannah Guthrie's pain becomes NBC versus ABC content. And the real lesson is, surveillance works, big tech cooperates, the feds are on it, trust the apparatus. Then Epstein. Here you see the real class story peeking through, and they still domesticate it. Epstein is not treated as infrastructure for elite blackmail and impunity, but as a lurid character study. Who lied? Who had lunch with him? Who went to the island? Trump, a cabinet secretary, a private island wired with cameras hidden in Kleenex boxes. That's a glimpse of how ruling class men actually live. But ABC turns it into new questions and calls to step down, not "this is how power protects and entertains itself." The system is portrayed as shocked and self-correcting, not as fundamentally complicit. Immigration next. Deaths in Minneapolis framed as a hearing, tensions, heated testimony. The function here is classic. Present state violence against migrants as a policy dispute between reasonable officials and slightly upset legislators. ICE's open promise that we are only getting started is delivered as just another quote, not a statement that mass terror against a precarious underclass is official strategy. A lone Republican gently dissenting provides the illusion of internal balance, while the underlying logic of raids, masks, and unaccountable armed agents is never named as labor discipline and social control. Notice who gets humanized: the missing white grandmother, the nurse and the mother of three, but only as victims in a partisan wrangle, the Olympic skater who lost his parents, the smiling family in Italy, the J-Pack with handmade signs and knit hats. Ordinary grief and joy are very real, but here they are deployed as emotional palate cleansers between reminders that Commerce Secretaries lunch with convicted predators and ICE is hunting people in American cities. It reassures the viewer, terrible things happen, but the core story of American life is still family, sports, and plucky resilience. Notice what never appears: class. No mention that Epstein's whole value was as a service node to billionaires. No mention that immigration raids serve employers who benefit from a terrified, rightless workforce. No link between mass surveillance at the doorbell, tech monopolies like Google, and a security state that can recover anything when it wants to, but somehow can't seem to stop workplace deaths, wage theft, or basic social collapse. And all of it is threaded with constant self-promotion. Most watched, most trusted, now streaming. The anchor branded as a reassuring national father figure. The real ideological work is to convince you that the ruling class can be corrupt, violent, and perverse, but the information pipeline about them is honest, neutral, and on your side. What actually matters here is not any single headline. It's that a show like this organizes your sense of reality around individualized crime, scandal, and spectacle, while the permanent structures of power appear only as scenery or as problem solvers. The message is simple: be afraid, be sad, be inspired, but above all, stay a spectator while the same people keep running the show.